Hi, this is Dr. Marlene, physical therapist. Right now, you will watch a video of me doing a wellness session on a 7-month-old baby. This baby has not been identified as having any developmental delays by her pediatrician, and mom just wants to know how she can help her child meet her next milestones. For educational purposes, I did place slides within the video showing some skills that I may expect to see for this 7-month-old child.
So I would like to see you just kind of play with her, see how she's moving. I see that she's pushing through her legs. Nice.
She's already kind of like practically standing. That little toy there. She can kind of use this at some point times to kind of like to balance herself.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, show her. Show off.
And what about crawling? Is she crawling?
Not yet. So she sits when she wants to.
Yeah. What does she do if the toy's like out to the side? Will she transition over her hip to get on her belly?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What if you place her on her belly? What does she do? Does she come up to her hands and knees at all?
Yeah, she will. Let's see.
Is she commando crawling where she kind of like scoots with her arms?
Not yet. She turns a lot and she'll like get up on her hands and knees and she scoots backwards a lot. So there's just that kind of doing.
She's close. She's close to crawling.
Yeah, that was good.
Good job.
Good pivoting. So if she tries to come up on her knees, if she comes up on her knees again, I'd like you to block her feet so that way her legs won't slide back and she can stay on hands and knees a little bit longer. And then when she's there, you can even support her tummy a little bit and kind of try to shift left to right.
Okay. There we go. Yeah.
So the weight shifting will help with that. And then you can add like shift and then put a toy so she can release her arm to get it, but you're supporting her belly so she won't fall, and block her feet so they don't slide out. She may have to face the other direction. Maybe use your legs to block her feet.
Okay.
So she'll be like this and your leg can block her feet so she has something to push against. Support her under her chest and maybe be like, row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. And just
gently down the stream. See how she's kind of taking her hips and like
flaring out.
Do we try to keep that pressure where?
So what I'd probably do, so where Adam is, if he makes his left leg straight, so it can block that knee from coming out, and then he can use his left arm under her chest and the right arm up against her other knee, so she can't flare out.
There we go. Okay. There we go. Now row. Now do her. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Like a dream.
Yay. And you can even do row, row, row your boat going forward and back.
Oh, she's doing it.
Ready? Yeah. And if she wants to come up and take a break, let her take a break.
Oh, yay! Good job.
I'm not even holding her.
Good.
Yeah.
And that rocking that she's doing on her own, that's pre-crawling. Like that's what babies do. And I saw that left leg move forward.
Yeah, she just moved forward.
Yeah. So then I'd shift her weight onto that left leg a little bit, and then you can try to help her with the right. And when she's on her tummy like that, to maybe kind of get that leg movement too, you can bend one leg up and put your hand under her foot so she could push through it. And so she can start kind of commando crawling and kind of figuring out that shifting and leg movement.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I'll even like passively just move them in that position, like holding her with a lot of support, shifting and just moving her legs and letting her figure out her arms, because she seems like she has more of the arms than the legs, like you said. And then shift, and then you move the other leg, letting her feel what it feels like to make those movements, even if you're doing most of the work.
Okay. Good job. She was really into the back and forth one, huh?
Yeah.
But she got dirty shoes. No. I mean, it's okay. What about this instead? What about this one instead? Yeah? What about this?
That was great. She lifted up her arm and put it on Adam's shoe and still stayed on her knees for a little bit. So that's awesome. So Adam, since she's on her tummy now, why don't you start moving her legs in that reciprocal pattern, like left and right, and then you can start giving her some input to her foot to see if she'll push through. But it may only.
Yes.
Okay. So you're doing, what Adam was doing, like this, right? And then you're going to go here and you're going to put your foot here and you're going to kind of bounce it a little bit to try to get her to push through. And then you go to the other one and leave it there. And then she'll push through. And then the other one and leave it there and then push.
Okay. One straight, one bent, one straight, one bent. Oh, she wanted to get that toy.
Yeah, she came far. She's off the blanket now.
She has some strength in these legs.
And if at any time, though, you see that she wants to come up to her knees, then just let her.
Okay. Good job! Way to go! Yay! Yay!
And what about if you placed her over your leg, so she would be like, let's see, so she would be over your leg like this, and then you can block her here and put a toy and see if we can get her to climb over your leg. And you can help her by putting one leg here and trying to help her. You may have to have your other hand guarding her chest so she doesn't face plant. But let's try to get her to climb over your leg.
Okay, let's see, Mama Tita. Okay, should I lay her or how do I?
Just lay her over your leg with her knees. Yeah, your lower leg is perfect. And maybe put something she might want. And then you can now get her knees bent.
You see she's going, she's like,
yeah. So go ahead and get her over your leg again, and then block her feet so her knees stay bent. You can use your other leg too. It doesn't have to be your
There you go.
Yeah. You may have to lift her up a little bit. There you go.
Oh, hold on. There we go, Mama. There we go. Oh, she wants your phone.
She's like, I got it. And this is good because even your leg, and guard her chest so she doesn't face plant. Go get it, Mia. You got it. And get that. There you go.
She was pushing.
She's like, we just did this.
Okay. Oh.
Guard her chest so she doesn't face plant.
Yeah. And she wants to, like, which one do you want to use, Mama?
You gotta put her knee on your leg.
Hard.
That looked really good. Her form looked really good on her hands and knees. And then it's nice that your leg is there just in case she gets tired to rest on. And then we can start having her, like helping her climb over your leg so she's getting that reciprocal pattern. Another thing that I like to do with babies too is when they're on their back on like a blanket that will slide on the floor, bring both her legs up and let her push through that way so she slides. So it also makes like there's an incentive because she's sliding. And even just doing, like, I know everyone with the newborns, they do the bicycles with the legs, which is perfect because you're teaching them that reciprocal moving their leg, one leg then the other. Does she roll on her back from this position?
She will. Not a lot usually, but she'll usually go more to back to belly. Yeah, back to belly.
So she's doing good. She's like in that 7 to 8 month range where she should be. And I would definitely want you all to don't let her skip crawling. You want her to crawl because it requires so much coordination. That's very important even with walking because you're shifting your weight and you're releasing to take a step. Ooh, good roll. Great job.
She just flips her little hip over.
Yeah. And you said she can go tummy to back, but usually it's back to tummy.
Yeah. Yeah, she will. She'll roll and roll. So, but we've been trying to keep her on the floor and kind of practicing a lot more floor time.
Perfect. Yeah. Is she shaking like a bell or banging?
Oh yeah, where is that bell? You shake your bells and
Right there.
Everything goes in her mouth.
Good. And is she able to rake up like dry cereal with her fingers, kind of like this, to grab it because they're smaller?
We haven't done that. We haven't given her cereal.
Okay. Does she have like a cup with a handle, or is she able to lift that thing up by the handle? Did she ever transfer a toy from one hand to the other?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she did that.
There's your water.
There's your water cup. Let's see, Mia. Same with this.
Here she goes. She just transferred it.
Oh, good. Let's see what she does with the Cheerios.
Oh, yep, they're in her mouth.
Oh, she already put it in her mouth?
She tried.
But I see her raking it up with her hand. She's doing that.
Yeah.
To try to get them. So yeah, so that's what we would expect for this age.
She's not real big on solids. So we're trying to figure out how we can get her interested in it.
Okay. Does she eat purees?
Yeah, we've been trying to do the little, baby food, but one day she'll try it, and the next day she's like, eh.
Do you all play with the thickness of the purees?
Well, right now we just use like the baby food jars that come.
Okay, because I think if I remember correctly, I guess depending on the jar you buy for your age level, there's the ones that aren't as thick, and then the thicker ones.
Oh, okay. I think we're at level like 1 right now.
Okay.
Level 1 or 2. I think sometimes 2 we'll get the little pouches.
Okay, yeah.
We're at stage 1 and 2 right now, so it's not very.
Yeah. And what does she do with the?
Actually start, because see, she starts to kind of like do the whole like when it goes down. Like I don't think she's choking, but she's still very like that feels odd,
Yeah. And have you talked to your pediatrician about it?
Nah, she's gonna. I see her Friday.
Okay, yeah, definitely bring that up because they may want her to get like a speech eval and to make sure that she's can swallow too. Sometimes they do a swallow study to make sure that she's not aspirating any of it. So that'll be a good idea to talk to the pediatrician and see. And you can mention it. You could say, "Do you think that she needs a test to see if she's aspirating?" So I would just ask. If she sees like a mirror in her image, what does she do?
Cracks up.
Yeah, she usually smiles.
Yeah, let's get the mirror. She's so cute. Who is that? Who is it? Who is that? Oh, hi. 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 Who is that? Is that
look how long she held her arms up there too, looking at the mirror. That was good. And do you feel like she babbles a lot? And
She's gonna be a chatter.
does she wave her limbs and get excited when she hears footsteps, or you all come in the room?
Yeah, she does. Like mom always.
She goes like.
Yeah, and her new thing is this.
Oh.
Like when she drinks her milk and lays up things, she just does this. But yeah, she gets real excited. Like even sometimes she'll be like.
Does she imitate any noises that you make, or if you like puck, like, will she try to imitate you?
Yeah, like she'll move her mouth. She's starting to kind of like try to move her mouth and stuff. Like I do that. Nia, Nico, Nico.
She is. I saw her chest go like. Mira smiles, makes like babbles a lot. Do you hear like the da da ba ba? Like is she making those syllables?
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes, sometimes I can hear like. So at some point, when was it? Like a month or two ago, she really got a kick out of us spelling out her name. So we would be like Nia, N-I-A, and she would kind of like. It sounded like she was copying us, you know. Like now she doesn't. She's like, I'm over that. But like sometimes I can hear some what sounds like actual like syllables, but I don't think it's like 100% there yet.
And I'm sure you'll start to hear them soon. That's about an 8-month-old skill. So that's good. Let's see. Does she respond to her name?
Yeah, she turns.
Yeah, sometimes, not consistently. Nia. Hi.
I saw that.
You kind of have to make eye contact, so you know a little bit, but yeah.
So it definitely seems like the 8 to 9-month-old language skills are emerging. You know, sometimes you'll think that maybe she's imitating you. She makes the playful noises, starting to respond to her name sometimes. So that's good. So by 7 months, she should be taking solids well, and she should be finger feeding herself dry cereal, bits of meats, and vegetables. So she is behind there, like we talked about. So definitely talk with your pediatrician about that, and tell him that just tell him that you want a speech therapist to evaluate her because you're having trouble with, she's not good with solids.
Okay.
So before you try the melts and the puffs, I'd wait till you talk to your pediatrician Friday and mention like the purees, and see like if he thinks it's a good idea to move forward with the bits of puffs or the bits of the yogurt melt, since she does tolerate the teething cracker. Or should you wait till you meet with the speech therapist or have a swallow study to see if she's aspirating? So if you try to take a toy away from her, does she express protest?
She's really good, but she will she just kind of like continues to stare at it, you know, like, and then if we walk away, she'll kind of like turn her head and continue to just be like, where is it going? You know, but she show a lot of like anger or frustration. So she's got a little bit of that like stranger anxiety, you know, and then especially like if she's tired or just woke up or something, she'll be less open to it.
Okay.
But yeah, I think that's like I said, I think a lot of it has to do with me too, and that comfortability of like when can you do it? When is the right time? What is it? What should I be trying to like offer her and letting her test out? Because you just I get nervous about that.
Are you all putting?
Marlene, I do have a question. So like when she gets on, so sometimes she'll be like sitting, right? Oh, mama. She wants to stand. So sometimes she'll be sitting and she'll like kind of like fall over, should she be already being able to like go from like that to back to a sitting position, or is that further along in the development?
She probably should be figuring it out.
Okay. So
So
it doesn't seem like that's what I was going to ask, if there was any techniques or things that I could be showing her, helping her to get, because I know like on the other one, that other video you showed me, it was like, don't just pick her up and put her back down, like show her how to kind of get to that position. But I was wondering if you could show me that, those techniques again, because
she's sitting here. So she's here, and then I'm going to use a tissue box, but you'd have like a toy somewhere to motivate her. So right now she's reaching, and you said that she can get to her tummy, right?
Yeah.
But when she's on her tummy, she doesn't know how to get back up.
Right. She'll do the little, trying to go into the crawling position thing. She doesn't know how to like get back to a sitting position.
So when she starts to get into the crawling position, then you can help her. It's more like kind of to the side, and then this leg comes up, and then you'd push here.
Okay.
So if she's trying to get into crawling, and then you could just kind of make it so there's clearance enough for her leg to shoot under her.
Okay.
To the side and up, or side first. So like if go ahead and try it. Put her on her belly. And then kind of now go to her side a little bit.
Go to her side.
And bring the bottom leg up. And then your hand on her hip and her side, so you can kind of come up to sitting.
Okay. Ready? Oh, okay. And then there we go.
Good job.
I'm hungry food.
Yeah. So when she was on her belly and to her side, then you kind of like went like that and sat her up, which is okay. It's not wrong. But what I would do is, so I have one hand here, right? Bottom leg up. I'd put the other hand on her hip right here and use your hand to get that motion here, because that gives her more of a tactile sense of what she's going to do it. Because sometimes it helps to do it yourself too. So she's on her tummy, and then later when she comes here, then she may just go like that. But she needs to learn how to get this leg across her body.
Right.
Okay. I'd say like whatever movement you want her to do, try it yourself and pay attention to how your body's moving. Okay. And that will help you figure out like, okay, this is how I need to show her. Watch like what part of your body moves first to get to that position.
Right. Okay. Very cool.
She did great, and it was great seeing her and great seeing you all.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time.
Good to see you.
If you're interested in finding out if your child qualifies for a wellness session or a physical therapy session, please call Whole Motion Therapy and Wellness at area code 703-718-5909, treating the Northern Virginia and Texas area. Don't forget to subscribe and comment on what you thought about this video and how I could have made it better for you.